Hey folks, it's Eddie Buchanan. We're back at the BCOS Symposium in the sun, and we wanted to hop on because we have a special treat. We were able to catch up in the hallway with Robert Bettenhausen
Yeah.
from Tinley Park, Illinois. Robert is one of the long time serving members with the BCOS. He's from the board to really behind the scenes stuff these days.
Yeah.
Robert, well, thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with us, man.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I'm a member of the International Association of Fire Chiefs for 61 years.
61 years.
61 years. And so I go back to yesterday and looking around, a volunteer fire chief in a town of about 50,000 people, full volunteer fire department. But I'm looking for some help.
Mhm.
So I went to many fire rescue conventions. And basically what that was, a shopping trip to look at fire equipment.
Right.
And all the rest was the Metro Chiefs, and everything was the Metro Chiefs, but no volunteer stuff. So now the next year I went to Texas, and there it is, and here's the thing that says there's a committee meeting for volunteer fire chiefs. Well, boy, that's right up my land. So I go to that big committee meeting, and holy crap, there's a great big crowd in there. There was John Buckman and Fred Bindish, and myself and another guy by the name of Fred, and this is the committee. So this is exciting. I'm really going to learn something. But here I ran into a couple smart guys. Next thing out on the button of his shirt, he opens up the shirt and says, "Here's the damn bylaws. You write the bylaws, and we're going to get going." Well, I didn't expect to get the bylaws. I just figured I'm going to go learn something. But now I'm writing the damn bylaws. So this is the committee thing, and then I get back to Tinley Park, and Buckman's on the telephone. He's giving me the third degree. I thought it was a criminal, but he really got to figure me out. And so I wrote those degrees, the bylaws for the VCOS committee.
Right.
So we went over there, and I wrote those things about 25 times before they made up their mind of what the hell they wanted to do. But finally they went up there, and they said, "Well, John, I think we got to go here and we got to do something." So John and myself went to the board of directors meeting at Fairfax every time. And you know how a lawyer sits in a room with a yellow pad and he writes on there? You know what he's doing? He's drawing pictures, but he's drawing your thing. I'd sit there with my pen and draw the pictures and get the board excited. What's Buckman and Bettenhausen doing here? So I'm not a good artist or anything else, but I made a lot of, I wore out the ink on the pen for putting X's there. But nevertheless, from there we went on. And then we got to get after Gary Breeze. And the only section really in there are the Metro Chiefs. But who's bigger than the Metro Chiefs but the volunteers? So finally, make a long story short, Gary gave in, and we finally formed, we were the first section. Now there's a lot of sections in this organization now, but the VCOS was the leaders of that. And I guess I'll have to live at that, and I don't know how many VCOS conventions that I've been at, but they've all been wonderful, and every year they get better. We need more people to come. So what else can I say?
Right. It's you broke the founding documents of the section.
That's right.
So that's a huge. I mean, for historical perspective, that's massive. That's really that only happens once, and I appreciate your willingness to step in and do that. You know, that's not easy to form a sec, particularly when you're the first section. Like now, people kind of understand, and if you're a VCOS member or an IFC member that's not familiar with the process, you have a committee form. There has to be some ongoing interest in this in the content, and then after time and with a lot of work, you can become a section. So not only did you write the founding documents of this section, but you really kind of created the process that other sections to follow have had to use too, right?
That's right. Yeah. I think a lot of them copied it. Give me your ear. Yeah, okay, fine. But you have to keep looking around, just like you do on the job.
Yeah. I'm impressed that it's been all these years that you've been involved with the IFC, and you were here, and he's sitting in classes and taking notes and learning, with the rest of us. I appreciate your commitment to fire service. It's amazing.
I'm going to brag on the come over there, and it is unusual, but I'm 92 years old.
Wow. You're doing well for 92, sir.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the privilege of being the fire chief in that town for 40 years.
Right.
And since I left, less than 10 years ago. They're on the fifth fire chief, so I had
Wow.
a privilege.
Yeah. What do you think? So if you're looking forward in the next 5 years with the fire service, what thing do you think is our biggest challenge that we're going to be dealing with over the next 5?
You've got a consolidation coming up, and how the consolidation, you're going to go to Metro Fire Services, and that's going to be the only answer. There's too many fire trucks, there's too many aerial trucks. Now we've got to get the manpower to the right place.
Right. You know, that came up today in the recruitment and retention workshop. They talked about that very thing. There was a discussion of consolidation, and sometimes it's voluntary consolidation, and sometimes it's not. It's mandatory, you know.
When it's not, it's dangerous. When it's voluntary, it's good. It will work. And we see it. I see it coming to these organizations where you see it happen, and it happens well. But if it's forced on people, it goes for years and years, and you have nothing really.
Yeah. Well, Robert, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to come in here and chat with us, and I really appreciate your commitment to
Thanks.
the VCOS and the
Yeah,
IFC.
yeah.
We love you for it. I'm so happy you could come by,
Yeah.
and we hope to see you here again next year, sir.
I'll be here if they let me come.
All right. Keep tuning in. In just a few minutes, we'll be back with Britta Horn to talk about the new document that the VCOS has produced. It's a data ribbon report. It's one of the classic VCOS documents that focuses on using data in volunteer and combination fire departments. So hang around. We'll be right back in just a few. And thanks for watching.